This is Trevor Sternad from the Black Dahlia Murder here, and you're listening to the Ever Black Podcast.
Hey, humans, Carl, this is Odorous from Quad.
Going to the Fear Factory.
This is George Cole, Hunter Fisher.
This is Jazz from Double Drop.
This is Wade from Our Last Enemy.
Mike Nick from Suicidal Tendencies.
Hey, this is Wednesday 13. This is Rex from Kill Devil Hill. This is Gary Lee from Sepultura, and you're listening to Ever Black Podcast.
Before we go into this episode of the Ever Black Podcast, we just need to give a shout out to our show supporters, the occult clothing brand Electric Witch, who have amazing apparel from shirts to hoodies to hats to beanies, dresses and more. Check out their full range at electricwitch.com.au and put in the code EverBlack for 20% off your order. Also, don't forget to subscribe, rate and review the Ever Black Podcast on Spotify and iTunes podcast streams, and see all our video interviews on the Ever Black YouTube channel. You can also read all our articles and reviews at everblack.com.au. All right, on with the show. How you going, mate? This is Nev from the Ever Black Podcast. It's great to talk to you, brother.
Hi, Nev. All right. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Are you doing good over there? You and the family?
Yeah, stuck in lockdown, but doing loads of interviews to keep me busy. So, get used to it after a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit like that this year, hasn't it? It's been absolutely insane, brother. But the new Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons album, We're the Bastards, is out on November 13, and it starts off with the lyrics, "Music is medicine, music is therapy," which is 100% what we've needed this year more than ever. And the song itself seems like it's a love letter to being a musician, especially touring, and it's something that you're very used to. Was it written with everything going on in mind and missing the road and getting out there and seeing the world?
I don't know, Neil. We leave all the lyrics to our singer Neil Starr. He sometimes he's pretty contemporary with what he's writing. So I guess it's just a general thing, I should imagine. Even though it probably applies, it's an even stronger message this year. It's about getting out there and playing to our great audiences, and being in a rock band, there's no great mystery, we just want to play and have our people come out and get drunk,
Right.
stand by feet, jump around, and then come and do it again a few days later or whatever, make sure to get a hangover. That's what rock and roll's about, I think. But it's a great opening track, yeah, and it's a massive production on the entire album, but this opening track sounds huge.
Oh, mate, the whole album's great. Like, I like everything about this record. I've been cranking it on my way to work over the last few days, and I do have to admit it did make my foot a little heavier than normal during the Hate Machine. You got a little bit, too speedy.
Yeah, we wanted to put something like double bass drum song in. So it's an old riff, and I changed the riff around a little bit. I put it backwards. I don't know if it makes any sense. And then I had another sequence and then I think Todd came up with a middle sequence and that. So we all write the stuff together. I think on this album, Todd showed up with about 6 almost completed songs. I had a few. We listened back to some sound checks we did last year. We taped, with riffs on there, and Tyler came in with some fresh bass riffs this time, and Dane came in with experimenting with different drum patterns for different things. So, we share the songwriting, and, sometimes if something comes in almost complete, other times we work at it from scratch, but so that's the way we get the best results for us anyway. So what we find. You know
what? As a dad myself, I couldn't imagine anything cooler than jamming with my boy. I mean, he's only 4 at the moment. But, I mean, you got your boys are grown up. You're jamming with them. Man, it must be such a great feeling to look over your shoulder and look to your side and see your boys connecting with you like that. It must be such an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Well, I used to jam with them when they were like 4 or 5 anyway. So they started all 4 years apart. So that they all started quite young, and they all play guitar and drums and bass and bits and pieces and that. And it is really cool because sometimes on stage I just kind of forget there's my kids because the music's just hitting so hard. It's so punchy. and you kind of, the music takes you away and you forget, you know, I'm just ensconced in being on stage here in a kick-ass rock band. And then, you know, the light comes on in your head and thinking, oh, Christ, it's my kids again. Forgot, you know. But it's very, very, very cool. I don't know of anyone else doing it kind of like we do it at the moment. But, yeah, it's an honor and a privilege, and I'm blessed. When they were growing up, I spent so much time on the road with Mildred, you know, so... You know, I was home for some of when they were growing up, but, you know, it would have nice to be home for a lot more. So I kind of make up a bit more now, sort of thing.
Oh, and it's a beautiful thing, mate. Like, it's connecting with that. But the one thing is how, when you're out the road, how do you switch between dad mode and band member mode? Like, do they get into trouble? I mean, of course they are. They're a bunch of boys, and that's what bands do. Do you have to reel them in sometimes?
Yeah, they're pretty good actually. It's pretty sensible. I mean, they have some beers after the gig and maybe share a bottle of rum, and they'll go on their computer games or watch some videos and that. And days off, we try and find a museum or go bowling or go out for a meal. It's pretty tame. It was very tame compared to Mildred days, but everything was tame compared to that. But yeah, there's not much trouble. And if it is, either I go to bed or go to the bank or I try and sort it out. That's what mood I'm in.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, I do have to say that Neil, your singer, is incredible, man. He is one hell of a vocalist, especially on that song "Waves," the last track. Man, that song is.
I love that track. Yeah, it's really brilliant. Great hooky chorus on that, and it's just a great different vibe on that song. I love it.
It's very heartfelt as well. It's a very deep song.
Yeah. I love his singing on that, the verse and the chorus.
Oh.
It's tremendous. Like, I wonder, a few people I've spoke to have picked up on that song, a few journalists, not as many as I would have thought, but a few people. But we'll see. That could be the dark horse in the pack when it's released. You never know.
I get that feeling. Too, mate. Like, I think that's a winner. But the whole album's good. It flows, and it's got so many different personalities within each song. You know, you've got your walking out into the desert sort of song. You've got your driving fast song. You got it's a really good little deck of cards you got there, mate. Like, it's a winner.
Yeah, we did well. I didn't realize we were going to end up with 13 brand new songs, you know, and, you know, we recorded all the ideas we had at the time, like, and it came up to 13. We thought, why not chuck them all on a record? They all sound really cool. Don't keep nothing back, like, chuck them all on this time.
Glad you did, mate. And, of course, I mean, this year is the 40th anniversary of Ace of Spades. Even though you didn't play on that album, like, you played the hell out of those songs live for many, many years. Do you remember the first time jamming out on Ace of Spades live and just seeing everyone just lose their mind?
Yeah, we did a warm-up gig when I joined the band in a holiday camp in England somewhere, and it was bloody the loudest thing I'd ever heard in my life then. And yeah, and then we just after that we went to Finland for a week, did a low-key tour of Finland. But yeah, they used to go nuts every night, right up to the end with that, you know. And we used to enjoy playing it every night. I remember Lemmy saying, "Oh, can you imagine, Phil, if our only big hit was a real turkey of a song, and we had to play that every night." You know, we said luckily we had a big hit with a decent song. So yeah, we put so much energy into it, and you know, Lem was still rocking out like an 18-year-old all the time. So yeah, we used to enjoy it. It's just plenty of energy in that one.
And you know what? One of my favorite riffs ever is Orgasmatron. I think it's one of the greatest riffs ever written, and it's been ripped off by so many bands over the years. What's your thoughts on that?
It's just simple chord, isn't it? You know, you just gotta.
So effective.
You gotta feel it from within. You know, just nail it down. You know, yeah. You know, the drums got to be pretty straight on that as well. You know, and you know, it doesn't flinch. Lem sticks to the bass the bass thing. Like, yeah, it's simple, but sometimes simple is very effective.
Damn right. Damn right. And one of my biggest regrets is not quitting my job in a call center the night that you guys played my hometown here on the Gold Coast. And man, it hurts. I should have thrown that headset.
I remember how well we played. We played a place called the Bombay Rock.
Oh,
I
that
think
was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. But,
yeah, and then the following night, still on the Gold Coast, we just played about 5 or 6 miles down the road, and we had 12 people came in.
What?
So we must have really sucked at the Bombay Rock. Honest to God, there was 12 people all night.
That would have been back in the 80s, but this was only a few years.
85 or something, 86.
Yeah. But this was about 10 years ago, I believe.
Okay.
But I was, I should have thrown that headset down. But hopefully, I'm going to see you live soon. I mean, hopefully, when everything calms down. Do you and the boys want to come down here to Australia and have some beers?
Yeah, we'd love to. Like, yeah. No, I don't think that any of the boys have been to Australia yet. Like, and we know Australia loves its good rock music. Very, you're very keen on it. It's great.
Seems to be in our DNA here.
Yeah, we'd love to come down. Yeah, but when we get this nightmare over with, we try and get everywhere. It'd be great. People will be celebrating for years ahead when this fucking thing finishes.
Oh man, it's gonna be huge. As soon as gigs start up properly again, it's just gonna be it's gonna be bigger than it ever been. I can't wait, man. Just bring it on. Yeah, you could play entirely out of tune and people would still be smiling and roaring. That's it. That's it, mate. That's damn right. Well,
just got to turn up. Just turn up.
I don't care how I get it, mate. Just turn it up loud and let's get the party started. That's all I care about, mate. And just
it will happen. I'm sure it'll happen.
Absolutely.
Sooner than later.
Absolutely. Well, Phil, it's been awesome to hang out with you. The new Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons album, Where the Bastards, is out on November 13th through Nuclear Blast. All the best to you and your boys. Stay safe out there, and thank you for all the great riffs.
Oh, thanks, man. I don't know about that, but I'll take I'll take the credit where I can. Yeah, it's been great talking to you, my friend. Yeah. Keep flying the flag for us down there now.
We
all right?
will. Absolutely, and we'll see you soon, mate. Confident.
Okay, Chief. Yeah, we'll see you one day soon. All the best, my friend.
See you, mate.